evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Give us one moment. Can I pull
Kim,
this?
remove yourself from the stage.
Give us 1 second.
They can't hear me. Only you can hear me.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Get excited. My name is Miss Kim. I am your Get Excited girl from Miss Kim's Beauty LLC, Miss Kim's Beauty Exchange, and drum roll, please. The Revolutionary Institute of Beauty. Get excited. We are back. We are live, and this is our second podcast. So get excited. I'm so okay. Y'all hear that? I love that. We got hand claps and everything. So we are so glad that you have joined us today. Our last show. Oh, hold on. Let me fix my hair. I'm looking a little crazy there. We are so excited to be back. We had some really good response from our last one. So, of course, we had to come back and do it again. Today, we need to, we're talking about, again, welcome to the Apprentice Hub. All things beauty. The conversation is real, live, and in person. We want to engage with all of the beauty professionals, regardless of what sector you're in. Cosmetology, barbering, aesthetics, nails, estheticians. We are here for you to talk about all things. Questions, comments, or concerns are always welcome, so please do not hesitate to ask. This is a community of passionate people. So if you love the beauty industry as much as I do, well, get excited and be glad to be here. Get in the room. All right. So let's see. The topic of discussion today is, are you ready to be a mentor? Licensed professional to a mentor. Are you ready? Now, for me, that just speaks volumes, because if you love education as much as I do, behind the chair, we're educating our clients. And I want to talk about that for a minute, just education. Whenever a client asks you a question, you are an educator, because you're going to answer that question professionally. So always think of yourself as an educator, no matter what part of the sector you're in, because we're giving advice. Okay. So let me tell you, this is one that's close to my heart. And we're not just talking about doing hair. We're not just talking about doing nails or lashes or sitting behind the chair or doing makeup and other beauty services. Tonight, we're talking about the legacy. We're talking about the legacy that we're leaving behind, because I would have never thought, they say, oh, I would have never thought in a million years. Well, this is an absolute fact that I would go from a beauty school student in all white. And if those of you who know what I'm talking about, now everybody's wearing black, but we wore all white shoes, white tights. We couldn't show any skin, white skirt, lab coat buttoned up to our neck. Okay. We better not show any BBBs. That's booby, butt, and bellies. No BBBs. And we had to make sure those armpits were covered. That is how we were raised back then in the beauty industry. So for me as a mentor, I always think about what my cosmetology experience was as a student. Then, so because of that, we are talking about legacy. And we talk about passion and why we do the things that we do. And when you sit back and think about your why, what are those things that come to mind for you? For me, it's my children. I have 2 young men. Yes, they are self-sufficient, but I always think about them first and foremost, above all things, I think of my children. So in this business, I'm always thinking about, okay, I'm building this brand, I'm building this legacy. What does that mean for me and my family? And do you know that my son is actually an educator today? I'm so excited. All right. So we are talking about what we owe. What do you think you owe anything to anyone? Think about that. Do you think that you owe anything to anyone? And you've heard of the phrase pay it forward. Well, this is what the mentorship mindset is, that we are paying it forward. We are not just a generation of beauty professionals. So as we come in, and as you come in, drop your name in the comments. Let's have a conversation about that. Who are you? Why do you love this beauty industry the way that you do? Have you ever mentored anyone? Have you thought about mentorship in the past? And what does mentorship look like to you? So because I'm sorry about that. This is a open conversation. We want to make sure that, we're this community, we're talking to each other. So who helped you along the way in this beauty journey? So these are some questions, and we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. We have a special guest here, and I'm going to introduce you to her, and she has an amazing and a plethora amount of information. As in a plethora amount. Lord, get my name, okay, anyway, I'm back. Sorry about that. What is a teacher? What is a teacher? What is a salon owner? What is a coworker? What is a client? And what is somebody who corrected you with love? And I know for me coming up, it was really hard for me to take criticism, suggestions. I was a hothead and I wanted to do things my way, and I was a know-it-all, and I just knew that, oh, I got this. Nobody can tell me anything. Okay. But now I'm in a constant state of learning, and I'm open and receptive to any and everything that someone has to share with me, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. It might hurt my feelings, but I got tough skin and I will get through it. So we are going to invite and introduce our guest to the panel, and we're going to talk openly. And if you guys have any questions or stuff, you can put those in the chat as well, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. So welcome to the stage, Miss Renita Bowling. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so glad that you took some time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
No problem. I'm excited, and it is an honor to be able to come in and speak with you about all things beauty, and how we can address things that are affecting our industry.
Absolutely.
And how when we came up, like you said, we had the white shoes, the white all the way up to your neck. You had to pull your hair up, or have it done. It had to be done. It couldn't be all over your head.
That's right.
I think that people don't see when they come into this industry
Mhm.
from the beginning how it is. It's supposed to be a clean, cut and dry education. It's no in between.
Right.
Everything that you're learning, it all come together. It's a cycle, it's a circle,
Mhm.
and you need to be open to accept and ready to learn, because it's not just practical,
Mhm.
it's theory as well.
Right.
And I think we forget about that. We
We do.
forget about that,
And
you know.
before we go any further, Miss Renita, I would like you to share with our viewers. You know, we've known each other for quite some time, but I would love for you to share with our viewers, one, where you are right now in at this very moment, and
Okay.
what are you, tell us about your business and some of the
Oh,
experiences that you had, and then we'll get right into our conversation about apprenticeship. So do your introduction, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions after that.
oh, I
Mhm.
forgot about my introduction. I just want, I'm excited.
it's
I forgot all about my introduction.
it's
Hi,
okay.
my name is Renita Bowling. I am a licensed cosmetology educator, and I also run a Medi Spa that I had in Washington D.C. when I was at home. I am now in Portugal studying and getting educated as well in the cosmetology world here. So I'm the first Black woman,
Okay.
American woman, to complete the beauty cosmetology school here. Um, it was awesome in the Portuguese language. I did so. I did a lot of translating. I did it in Portuguese, then
Mm.
I translated it into English, and then put it back into Portuguese, because you had to turn all tests, all homework, anything in, it had to be Portuguese. So
Mhm.
yeah, I've been in the industry for over 30 years.
Mhm.
Um, I had to. I couldn't use my American license here, so that's why I had to go back and do it again. The cosmetology program here in Portugal.
Mm.
So that, and it was really, at first I was kind of upset about it, but
Mhm.
then I said, wait a minute, this is something furthering my
There you
education,
go.
broadening my horizons into an international realm of hair, because things are done different. It's all, the end game is all the same, but the approach is a little different here.
Yeah.
So it was exciting. It became an excitement for me. And again, I was able to teach them some things that we do different at
Mhm.
home in America, and let them know that, it's all, don't be, because a lot of people will get frustrated because they're scared, or they scared they're gonna mess up. But the challenge is to get out there, get on the floor. When a client come in, that's your time to get it right. If you can't, you're gonna learn to get it right. And
Yeah.
that's why it's so important to have that practical time and sessions and
Mhm.
clients coming in, because that gives you that confidence when
Mhm.
you really get in a salon and get on the floor. It shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
I wanted, I'm sorry to cut you off. I wanted to, one, commend you because, first of all, you have to have a degree of passion for this industry that is above average. Okay. Because
yeah,
for you to move out of the country and then to
yeah.
have to continue your education, you already know all of these things. But
Hmm.
in order for you to be solidified in your where you are now, you had to learn the language and do it all over again.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so that is amazing. That is passion. And that also proves that in this business, okay, oh, come on now, in
You
this industry, you
in
can
this.
take what you have and you can pick it up and you can use these skills, this skill set in
Anywhere.
another country. Come on now.
Yeah.
And make money
Most
and have
definitely.
your life and do what you said you were going to do in the
Most
name of
definitely.
Jesus. Okay.
Most definitely.
So,
Most
yay.
definitely.
Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that story. So
Yeah.
we're also going to so my question is, you've been in education, you've taught before.
Yeah.
So what is a teacher to you? And before you answer that, I'm teaching private career school. Now I'm teaching public school. So I have a different understanding of what a teacher is now before I went into the private, the
Mm-hmm.
public school sector,
Mm-hmm.
because it's two
Mm-hmm.
different things. And then with
Mm-hmm.
you being another country, that's the same. Like, what does it really mean to you to be a teacher? Or what does that
Well,
mean? What does a teacher mean to you?
for me, a teacher is passionate in giving the information that they have to educate the student, to be aware of the student's needs, to
Mm,
have an understanding that
mhm,
everybody does not learn the same, everybody does not absorb the information the same,
mhm,
and that you have to be patient and humble um, along the way, because sometimes you will see in this industry somebody that maybe their head is a little big about how they educate you. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I got it, you got to catch it, instead of seeing and drawing your students in to see what you're doing. Okay, class, come to me, look at this. When you're on a mannequin, when you're talking, when you're speaking about something
Mhm,
that is going to get and benefit them. So it
yeah.
has to be a passion. It has to be heartfelt to even give that information the way you need to
Mhm.
deliver it the way you need
Come
to.
on now.
Yeah,
Come on
yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put
No,
Dr. Renita Bolin in front of your name, honey. Come on now. Because this is real, this is a real conversation,
yeah,
because
it's
patience,
real.
awareness, paying attention, because
Yeah,
you are absolutely right. Some
yeah,
teachers think that there's one way of delivery.
yeah,
You're gonna take it my way, and if you don't get
mhm,
it, that's not my problem. But you're
yeah,
absolutely right. It is
yeah,
our problem. It's our
yeah,
responsibility.
yeah,
So
yeah,
thank you. And
yeah.
my next question is, what about as far as salon ownership is concerned? What does the salon environment look like?
Well, for me, I think that a salon environment is to create a relaxing place for clients to come in and your employees to come in a safe space,
Mm-hmm,
and you guys learn together,
mm-hmm,
educate your client. If I'm an owner, I want to educate my employees. I want them to do the same thing and work the same way I do, so that when something goes wrong, I gotta leave. I gotta go. I can direct you to Mary. Mary can do the same work I do. Everybody needs to look alike. I think if the salon is black, I want all black. I
come
want
on.
black. I want everybody to wear, or if you wear blue jeans, I want blue straight jeans and a t-shirt. I don't
Mhm,
want everybody looking different. If I say we wearing our coats, our lab coats, yeah, we're gonna look. Everybody's gonna have on a lab coat. I want
awesome.
everything to be uniform when my clients come in and see that there's the togetherness. There's
Yes,
there's no competing. There's no one upping. Nobody's going to one up each other. Everybody's going to work in the same dimension and direction. That's
absolutely.
where we're going to define and show that our clients know that when they come in, we got it all together. We work together, and it's in a safe space. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you, Renita. We
Yeah.
listen, we think the same. Okay, this is
Yeah.
old school thinking here. Get excited.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I hear from this conversation, I hear two main things. Well, actually, one is systematic.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that is done, and I agree 100%, needs to be systematic, so that the expectation and the understanding of how this business operates the from the minute the client makes a phone call, steps in the room, sees the staff, meets with the employees, employers, all of those things, that they have an understanding and an expectation every single time. It's not going to be different. Every time I go to the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty, everybody is so nice. Everybody's so clean. Everybody's, just the system that's put in place so that the business operation is running
consistent.
You want it at all times, whether you're there or not. Get excited. That makes me so happy. And you also mentioned, you talked about the client experience, right?
Yeah.
So above all things, we are in the business of service. We serve people.
So the client is always right.
That's right.
Well, I want to get on that. I don't want to say the client's always right. But in the moments that we need to kind of ease whatever their anguish is, we need to be able to bring them to the point where they understand what we're going to do, what happened, what is happening to your hair. This is why. And you have to be specific, because some bring you this picture and they have this fictitious imagination about how they're going to look on this picture. But that picture is not realistic. So you have to be patient. You're going to have to go into counseling mode at that moment to direct her and guide her into an easiness so that she doesn't feel uncomfortable while she's in the chair. You understand? So I think, the client, that's what I mean by right. Like we gotta situate them.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. So this leads me into, are we ready to become the person as stylists? Are we ready to become that person that helps groom and shape our upcoming stylists? Because I know right now you mentioned having to have a conversation with the client to get them at ease, so that we can, get a medium here and figure out what it is that we need. Okay, you're unhappy. You're not happy with the service. What can we do to fix that? And that's a skill set, because not everyone is able to do that. And that's why, to me, the mentorship piece is really important for our upcoming beauty professionals, because when you look at what's going on in social media, it is absolutely unacceptable to have a stylist, a licensed professional, if they're licensed professionals now, if they're licensed professionals, then we need to make sure that our upcoming stylists understand what their responsibility is. But through that comes the mentorship, right? And they have to be open and willing to receive this information from, I hate to say it, but an elder to a point, to have to be open and receptive to receive that information, so that we can help groom them into the professionals that they really want to be. So get excited. We're here to share, this conversation. Go ahead. What were we going to say?
I'm sorry for cutting you off. They have to be willing to give the so I noticed that some stylists or some students, when they're in school, they have this perception of maybe just being getting paid, and they don't know that it entails a lot of psychological beings and mental capacity to carry out certain things, because sometimes you get people that come in your chair that's already going through something, and they might bust out crying in your chair. I've had that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Or they might be so mad that they're giving you a hard time until you can kind of you have to be able to not let your emotions get into it, because now you got to think, okay, this person is going through something. You can't come back, because I've seen stylists and clients go at it, and it's like, wow, where's the place? Where is that person's head at? You understand? What that stylist is thinking with her emotions. So we have to really get in get in, come in early, get
Mhm.
set up, go and pray and give it to God to ask you how to come into this service and be able to complete this service successfully so that you can get and have a happy client and a happy life. That's how I
Absolutely.
think. That's what I see,
Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
for that. So I want
Hmm.
to move into let's talk about being so because our focus right now is on you're absolutely right, Vita. Thank you for saying that. Vita shared that our mental health awareness is very important in the workplace. Thank you for sharing
Oh,
that.
oh, oh,
And
yeah.
we actually have a mental health specialist in our community.
Oh,
And listen, when I tell you we have some fantastic things going on in our programs here at the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty, this
mhm.
is just the beginning. The amount of people that have been tapping in and asking questions and wanting to be on these calls is
I,
okay out the
I
window. Get
love it.
excited. I'm so happy about it. And because I feel that as a seasoned beauty professional, it's my responsibility to mentor and help as many upcoming professionals there
Yeah,
are. And that mental
exactly.
health piece is also so important.
Yes.
And I'm going to add another person to the call. Get excited. I love when our community is growing. Get
Yes.
excited. I'm
Yes.
going to
This is
welcome in Miss Ash to the stage, and we're going to continue this conversation. And
okay.
again, if anyone has any comments, questions, and concerns, please put them in the comments. And yeah, let's continue the conversation. So
Mm-hmm.
we are talking about apprenticeship. We do have quite a few apprentices in our program, so I'm really excited about that.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
one of the things that we need to keep in mind, and what I tell our graduates and any graduate,
Mm-hmm.
just because you have a license to practice, that does
Yeah.
not give you all of the wisdom in the world. We are still
No.
learning. Okay,
Nope.
we are always in a constant state of learning. Get excited.
Yeah.
All
Always.
right. Can Miss Ash, can you hear us? No? Okay. All right. If you are, whenever you're ready, just let me know, and we're going to continue the conversation. So, a mentor is going to demonstrate, tap in
Mm-hmm.
if you agree. A mentor corrects,
Mm-hmm.
a mentor engages,
Yes.
a
Exactly.
mentor encourages, a mentor is going to hold you up to certain standards.
Yeah.
A mentor is going to tell you the truth. Can you just tell me the truth? Don't
Keep a realistic thought.
don't don't smoke. What do they call it? Smoke.
Blow smoke in my
Well,
face.
that's it. Well, don't blow smoke up my pipes or whatever they call it. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Tell me the
Yeah.
truth. If it's not
Yeah.
right, it ain't right.
Yeah.
And a mentor is going to give feedback. So the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing here, and again, one of the reasons why we are sharing this information is because we are a hub for all things. So if
Mm-hmm.
there's any licensed professional that has ever, that was funny,
Yeah.
that
Smoke
has
and mirrors.
ever,
Mm-hmm.
yes, thought about it, mentoring someone, the opportunity, there's so many opportunities, especially when right now the cost of education looks like what
Oh
in
my God.
in this sector. And when you know that you have the capability to help someone, it might just be two people at a time, you know, because sometimes all you need is two or
Yeah.
one. Just put yourself in a position to be able to help other people through your experience. And
Mm-hmm.
when I think about my seasoned in this industry. I stepped from behind the chair. I did all that clicking and curling and turning and all things. I still do some clients, but I'm not going to do them all day long. That's just not what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about, the mentoring and the education and the teaching and the sharing. So, and plus I have the gift of gab. I love to talk. So, the more I get to talk to people, the better off my day is going to be. I'm just being a little selfish right now. Okay. So, our apprenticeship and new professionals are not just watching our skills. It's not just about watching what we do. They are actually watching our every move. So how you present yourself as a beauty professional. Oh my gosh. People are watching.
Yeah.
They're
all
watching.
the time.
Yes,
all
they're
the time.
watching your habits,
Mhm.
right? They're
I
watching.
never forget. They saw me in school and they was admiring how I cleaned the area and cleaned the whole shampoo area. I said, for one, I was a shampoo girl for almost 12 years.
Yes.
So that was what I did. I cleaned up, I refilled bottles, I cleaned the sinks out, I swept the floor, I washed the towels, folded the towels, and stacked the towels. I got my clients ready for the next day. My all the colors I'm using, if there were 3 colors, 3 people getting colors done, I was putting the colors out and getting them ready. So yes, it is pertinent that you know how to set up and do things, because that helps put the trail together, because it actually starts at the bowl. It starts at the bowl.
Okay, yeah, we could talk about that. People not shampooing right now. They, you got to come with your hair shampooed and all those things. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, the first primary service is a shampoo service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. Being a shampoo assistant is a golden gem. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, my shampoo service, baby, let me tell you about it. And I've shared this with some people, okay, but it's called the Shabam. Okay, it's like shampoo.
Yeah.
Bam! I just blew your mind. Okay, because we are going to shampoo that stress
We're
away.
going to scalp manipulate, and we're going to massage, and
you're going to forget about all the craziness you had to go through to get to the salon, and you're going to enjoy your experience. Now, with our apprentices, we have the opportunity to share and teach all of those things that we learned over the years, because we became who we are. We didn't step out of school this way. Okay, get excited. We had to learn.
We had to learn from the rooter to the tutor.
So I would like to now introduce our next guest, and she's going to introduce herself, Miss Ashanae Smith. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you for being
here. Can you share with our viewers who are you, and tell us a little bit about your business, please?
So I am Ashanae Smith. I started out years ago, like you all, as a shampoo assistant. And I did that from the age of 17 to like maybe 20. My mom finally got sick of people coming to the house. She dropped me off at the hair school, which is where I met Miss Kim years ago. And over the years, just worked at various salons. And then I, in 2009, took the leap of faith to open my own. So I am the owner and operator of Zipporah Touch Studio in Oxon Hill. And I am also a part-time instructor, which is like Miss Kim. She's my inspiration. I am a retired stylist, still take clients. However, a instructor is where we live. So trying to pay it forward to the next generation so that they can learn what we learn and keep our culture going as a whole.
I love that. That is beautiful. Well, that was well said. And you are currently teaching you have some apprentices that you have helped along the way. One of them is newly licensed and she's working in a salon now. Let me ask you guys a question. Have either one of you, sir, have been an apprentice?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, yes. Technically, no. The paperwork didn't go well, which is how I ended up in school.
Okay.
I
So,
started mine's when I left Bladensburg High School. I went into well, I was already working in the salon. So when I left there, I didn't finish my hours, so I just went and I started under Miss Rosetta Thompson at Thompson's Beauty Salon
mhm,
as apprentice. So I was there for about a year and a half, and then Scanners opened up, and I left, and I went. I wanted to go. I wanted to be where the big people was, so I
right.
left and went to Scanners.
Okay. Everybody knew
Yeah,
about scanners. Okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
Hmm.
if you weren't in
yeah.
scanners, you weren't doing anything. Okay.
Okay.
I love
And I was
that.
there with Dirk Rutledge, Flavia Lingerie,
Oh,
Roger
Flavia.
Gore,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Pullum. I was with all the big dogs.
All the big names.
I was with the big people. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what
Yeah.
I love about this is so cool is that I keep talking about the beauty industry and
Mhm.
where you can go with come on now in Maryland with 1,500 hours worth of education, formal education. And
Yeah.
some people are under the impression, come on now, some people are under the impression that we're playing in hair. Okay.
No,
That is
no,
not that is
no,
by far what we are
no,
doing. Okay.
no.
And just, we talked about the mental health piece of it all. And sometimes some people don't have the opportunity to be in a room with
Hmm.
someone who's going to listen to you and
Hmm.
is going to care about how you feel authentically. We're not
Yeah.
just doing hair, we are really caring about the entire like a human experience when our guests are with us, when our customers are with us.
When I
And
used to write, that's the whole thing. The,
mhm,
the clients are so special. I used to bring food. I used to bake cakes.
Yeah.
I used to do everything. On Saturday morning, you would have coffee, donuts.
yeah,
Hmm.
It was special to me
right.
To
I
serve
have
them.
12 clients and service. I have to service all these clients, and they're with me all day, and they're giving me their money.
Mhm,
That's my give back for them.
yes.
Hmm.
So
And
yeah.
yeah. So thank you for sharing that. And leading back to the apprentice experience,
Mhm.
and I want to continue to share this information because I
Mhm.
know there are people out there that have signed up and are working under apprenticeship with someone. But the
Mhm.
question is, are they aware of their rights and their responsibilities, one as a sponsor and the other as the licensed apprentice? And in some
Mhm.
cases, and this is not to put anyone down, this is just to share the information so that people out there that need guidance and support, they know where they can come to get it. Okay, we're here for you. But the apprentice should include theory. It should include those developmental skills. It should include safety and sanitation. That's the first thing
Mhm.
out the
Yeah.
gate. Okay, because we're preparing you for your state board exam. So you need to know that sanitation is number one on the list. Listen, because if you can't pass sanitation, you cause somebody some bodily harm or some
Mhm.
infectious disease. And
Mhm.
you can't get that on social media learning how to be a cosmetologist without a textbook and somebody like everybody that's on this panel
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
educate our life experiences. Because trust, we got some stories. We could probably write a book.
Yep.
Um, the
Yep.
client
Yep.
consultation.
Lawsuits are real.
Okay, the real
Oh,
First
girl.
contact.
listen. I want to tell.
Okay.
I want to tell y'all. Should I tell y'all this story? Because
HIV. I had an HIV client, honey, and
mhm.
didn't she ain't tell me nothing. And
But
I was
mm,
scrubbing and I was scrubbing and
mhm,
getting in her hair and I was combing through it and all my combs. Of course, I'd barbicide and clean everything every
mhm,
night. But I'm just saying, at that moment, what if I had a
yeah,
hangnail? What if I had something? What if I, had a cut or something? It was just crazy because the person came back and told me, their friend told me. And she was like, did
right.
she tell you? And I was like, what? So,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
I think
that's
yeah, that's unfortunate that happened. But I also know that when we practice the way that we were taught, using universal precautions
Yeah.
and following all our safety and sanitation guidelines,
Yeah.
that instances like that, while we are doing our client consultation forms and asking open-ended questions, sometimes clients do not disclose all information. I've had several instances where they have it, and then I'm going, what in the hamburger helper is really going on here? But okay, so we have to, again, move with the highest level of expertise and our standards, so that in cases like that, Renita, we're safe. But
thank God I was young then,
mm-hmm.
But now I don't approach the consultation without gloves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can, I mean, I'm going to talk to you, but when I start doing a scalp analysis, we got to put on gloves. You know what I'm saying? Because, but we didn't at first because we were moving fast. You had a client come in, you didn't go and let's be honest now, and I'm being real. I didn't always put gloves on when I did a scalp analysis. Because when I was young, I was moving fast. I was gone.
You saw an open sore. I'm pretty sure you did. So.
Oh yeah. If I saw anything open or too much flakes or too many, the gloves went on.
Has to be alarming for us to go
right.
At that time. We know.
I'll go get gloves. I do want to. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is so fun. So, Dr. Nerissa, are you available to join us in the conversation? I want to ask you something.
Yes.
You're here? Yes, ma'am. So thank you for joining us, Dr. Nerissa, on our panel here. And could you just introduce yourself and tell us, who you are and, what all of the wonderful things that you're doing. And yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's been a great conversation to listen to. I was doing bath time, so I had to be off camera and off audio. My name is Dr. Nerissa Dix. I'm the owner of Nurturing Possibilities, LLC, which is a group mental health practice. I am also the owner of a postpartum business. I got a coffee business too, but I did an apprenticeship under Miss Kim long ago. It's so funny every time these panels, just how many people are connected to you, Miss Kim, and
oh my God.
How long we've been connected, our experiences. I was with Miss Kim for a couple of her openings of various businesses and beauty salons along the way.
Yes.
So I have just seen how consistent she has been in this teaching business and in the beauty business. And over this last year, she has been doing a lot with the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty. So I've been partnering with her to provide some of the mental health teaching and aspects for the new requirements in Maryland. I'm so glad they've added these requirements for domestic violence. And so just been partnering with her to help provide some of those and provide support as far as the mental health support. As you all were saying, people are in your chairs or in your students' chairs coming with all their problems. People talk about their stylist being their counselor or their therapist all the time.
Yes.
So I certainly, on both sides of it, just respect it as someone who's been in the chair, someone who is a mental health professional, also someone who's been a stylist with Miss Kim with her Shabam shampoos, honey. People coming on Saturday mornings to get their Shabam and like, girl, I needed this because fill in all the drama that had happened that week.
Yes.
So the mental health aspect is so important. And we talked recently, she invited me to a conference and I was just talking to all of the stylists that were there. You had a couple hundred people at that conference, Ms. Kim?
Yes, it was quite about 200 people.
Yeah.
We need it. We need it
to them about our services, but then also just about how stylists all the time are behind the chair, taking care of people, putting energy into people while also dealing with things themselves.
Yes.
So, just pouring the energy and just hoping that stylists are able to put that energy and care also into themselves.
Absolutely.
So thank you for having me here. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here. This is so amazing. And like Dr. Nerissa shared, that he is going to She's part of the community with our CE hours education, the mandatory hours for the state of Maryland. So know that any of the classes that we have going on at the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty, you don't have to have CE hours at all times. We have a plethora of classes that are going to be available for your, just come in and tap in and continue learning, because although we have these mandated hours, we always want to put ourselves in position to be, continuously learning and growing in the industry. Because, the unfortunate part about where our industry has gone with our open concept salons being few and far in between, a lot of people are in their safe space or in their salon suites, and there's nothing wrong with a salon suite, not whatsoever, but we do need the community. So for those people that are in those suites and they need a community, the community is right here, because we do need help. And the only way that we're going to be able to grow effectively and efficiently in this industry and to help other people is to have somewhere to go, someone to talk to, someone for advice. And, especially with our mental health piece. And we also have another program that I'm really excited. We have the Building Your Business, the Beauty in a Box. We have our teaching program, which I'm personally excited about, Teach the Teacher, because all the time I get people that want to come from behind the chair. They want to get into education, but they don't know how. So, we have those steps that'll take you from behind the chair into education. And that is a CE hours provide course and a series as well. Like, there's just so much. And I just want to be able to share that with you. And also, again, we're going back to our apprentices. If you're out there and you need some help, you got questions, please know that we are here for all things. Is there anybody? And then I want to also speak with, we want to talk about our Artisans of Beauty Council, which, if we could in just a moment, share some information about some of the amazing things that are going on in the community. Excuse me one second. My throat is getting a little scratchy. I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? So would anybody like to share? If we could just go around the panel real quick with everyone and just kind of share out. And if you could give me 2 words of wisdom to our viewers before we do our close up, that would be fantastic.
Oh,
Yep.
I'll start. Well, I do want to say that coming into the UABC is definitely an honor, because I always wanted to project all the things and knowledge that I have to give and offer as a stylist, educator, and master hairstylist. It's been a long time that people don't understand and see that I see the patterns of the education fading off, and I want to be able to give the proper education, be able to guide properly in this beauty field, that we have the rights and the ways that we can learn, and how it's not one way, and how you to make them feel comfortable and show them that it's not just about the money. You're going to have a lot more things that you have to address as a cosmetologist, or as a stylist, as a trichologist, as a barber, or nail tech. You're going to have things that you have to address. Okay. And then you have to put on, different many hats, know. And I think it's a good thing that we have someone that we're starting to get counseling as well, because we need help too. Because we coming in, we have to suppress whatever's going on in our lives to be efficient and stand behind that chair and give the best service in order for that client to leave satisfied. You understand? So we have to have maybe weekly sessions to go talk to a counselor, or a group session amongst the salon or the educators to talk with people to help us bring things out of our heads as well, because we live in a box sometimes too,
Yeah, sometimes,
So
yeah.
I
Because we're
think that, yeah, so I think that it's good that we can put back and give back to these younger up and coming stylists or people in the beauty world. I think that's what basically will give us the momentum and the drive
that.
to to make them better.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that, Renita. Miss Ash, what would you like to share as we close out?
So I will say, I'm gonna quote.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm
Something
gonna quote
happened.
Iman. In a world full of trends, always remain a classic. So
Mm.
remain classy.
Mhm.
Uh, that's just a way of being simple, but you'll always be on trend. So for all of the new stylists, healthy hair is always trending.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about what's constantly changing. If we
Mhm.
remember our basics in beauty,
Come on
trust me,
now.
you'll always be in a position to earn a decent income and
Mhm.
also remain classy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or, for our male stylists, what do they say, like a Renaissance urban man
Mhm.
in this industry. And as long as you remain just a little bit mysterious, people
Yeah.
will always find you. So
Yeah.
let's just
Okay.
keep those things in mind.
I love
Yeah.
that. We can have a whole conversation about that, okay?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't have to have your booty cheeks hanging out the bottom of your clothes. All right, okay. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. All right. I tried to keep it in, but I couldn't help myself. You started it, Ash. You did. All right, but thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. Yes. Okay. And Dr. Narissa, yes, what would you like to share? Your two things.
Just as you are making sure that everyone else is feeling beautiful inside and out, let us be real with ourselves about when we are feeling not so beautiful on the inside, and reach out to. I am part of this community. I'm so honored to be part of this community. Miss Kim has all of my information. You can look up our company, Nurturing Possibilities LLC. We provide discounts for anybody who comes through Miss Kim, the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty. We provide discounts on services, mental health assessments, mental health therapy. We have therapy support coaching. And so we are really here to help provide the service if you need the service. If you have insurance, if you don't have insurance, we will provide the service, or we have partners that will provide the service. So we're here for you. Please use us because we want you to feel just as beautiful inside as you are helping other people to feel. So that is my spiel. Please look us up if you need us, or ask Miss Kim, send her a
Oh
message.
yeah,
She'll direct you right to me.
that's the truth. We're gonna share all information. So thank you for that. That was amazing. Yes. And what I got out of this was, don't be afraid.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to move forward.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid. It's okay. And I, working with high school students, and I love my young people so much. But what I realized is that so many of them did not have their voice yet, and they were afraid to open their mouth and just talk. Just have the freedom of speech. God gave you this voice and you can use it. Whether people like what you're getting ready to say or not, it doesn't matter. But you have the opportunity to open your mouth and say exactly what you need and how you feel. And especially in this industry, all things, we need to be able to communicate with each other. Communication is key. And because we did start off with the apprenticeship and, just educating people and letting them know, what your rights and responsibilities are, for one. And two, there's a whole process to this. You cannot just take someone's money.
Yeah.
And you can't just put a piece of paper and put somebody's name on it and say that you're an apprentice. No, that's not how that works. So, just for all things, just know that you have rights, responsibilities. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, here is a place right here. You can tap in. And if we don't have direct answers, we will definitely, our reach is far. So we can help you get the information that you need and to be able to put you in front of people that can help you get excited. So having said that, for while we are grooming our upcoming professionals, do you have the patience to teach someone who is still learning? Do I have time to explain, not just demonstrate? Do I have systems in place? Miss Renita, do we have the systems in place?
Yes,
Okay.
we have systems in place.
That's right, to be in place to be able to help everybody and to make these processes more streamlined. And do I care? Because first, you have to care before you share. Okay, because you just don't want to mislead people and just give them information because you want their money. If you don't care about what you're doing, don't do it. Don't do it.
It happens so often. I see it here. It's a mess. Like they don't call it sorry, they call it a nostalgia. And it's a nostalgia. Nostalgia is the internship, okay, here that they do up and come hairstylists or barbers, right? And you get some that expecting you to just come in and clean their salon. They ain't teaching you nothing. They don't want they want you to clean. Oh, after it's all over, or they just got you sitting there. They don't have you participating. And I was like, oh, this is kind of strange, But I say that to say I feel like giving back makes me feel so good. Like, because I had that proper education and I had that proper apprenticeship. So to offer it to somebody is amazing. And like I said, they do it here. They don't do you kind of on your own. I've seen, and I know people that are like that, that are holding apprenticeships, taking them in, but they ain't teaching them nothing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. So I want to thank everyone one more time for joining us. I really appreciate you. This was amazing. Thank you so much.
I'm glad I was able to stay up. I'm 5 hours ahead of y'all.
So what time is it in Portugal?
It's 12:32 a.m.
Jesus! How do you say good night in Portuguese?
Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Boa noite. Boa noite.
Boa noite.
Boa noite. Yes.
Boa noite. Can
boa
we
noite.
say boa noite to Miss Renita?
Boa noite.
Yeah, boa noite.
Boa noite. Boa noite. Tchau, teja, beijinho.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us on this live that we will do again. And I will give me one moment, please. Thank you. And thank you. And thank you. Yes, my name is Miss Kim Matthews from Miss Kim's Beauty LLC, the Beauty Exchange, and the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty. I had an amazing time on this call today. Thank you for all of you who were able to join us this evening. We will be back on next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. The conversation continues, and I'm going to share this with you in advance that after we finish our apprenticeship hub, we are going to talk about our next series is going to be how, are you ready for this? How to run and operate your business with attention deficit disorder. Okay. So what is clarity? What is structure? And what is correction, encouragement, and professional standards? So this conversation was all about our apprenticeship hub. We are here for all things beauty. Get excited. And we hope to see you again next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. as the conversation continues. If you know anyone in the beauty profession that needs some help, some guidance, or someone to talk to, you know where to send them, to the Revolutionary Institute of Beauty, Miss Kim's Beauty, LLC, and the Beauty Exchange. Get excited. Thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you again soon. See you on the other side.
What is BICA and why did you put on this event?
BICA is the beauty industry and community